Salutations everyone, how's everyone doing? Here we are again for Aquarium! It might be the final stream of Aquarium today, I think. I don't think there's much left to finish Chapter 2, and after that we can't play anymore. Since it covers rules, which makes sense after all, this is a visual novel, and if you were to put the whole thing online, then people wouldn't have a reason to buy it, so I can understand the rules. Other visual novels do the same thing, where you can only stream up to a certain point. But yeah, here we are, Aquarium, Part 2. Part 5. Yeah, Chapter 2, Part 5. Alrighty. A short time later, let me see, what was the context? Where did we end? I don't remember. Let me see, there should be a way, right? Let me see... Is there like a way I can check? I don't remember anymore. I guess it doesn't matter. But I do know that, if I remember correctly, Fubuki was now on Teo's and Aqua's side. So now they just need to brace up because their father might not accept it. Or something like that. Hello, welcome! A short time later, Aqua calls me to the dining room. Also, if the stream ends abruptly, it's because the electricity went down, just saying it right now. I've been having electricity problems as of late. Miss Marin holds a bottle of wine and brings it closer to Sister's wine glass.
ありがとう。でも、少しだけでいいですよ。まだ仕事が残っているから。
そんな固いこと言わずに。はい、ドバドバ。
ちょっと多いですから。
Miss Marin pours half a glass of wine for Sister.
お嬢様はいける口じゃないですか。
And this is Marin we're talking about. She loves drinking. How many times has Marin gotten drunk on stream? I think you can't count it with your hands anymore.
ワインは一気に飲むものじゃありませんよ、まったく。まあ、注がれた分は飲みますけどね。もったいないですし。
さすがお嬢様。はい、ご主人様もどうぞ。
Thank you. Will you be drinking as well, Miss Marin?
さすがにメイドが貴族と一緒に飲むわけにはいきませんよ。
Yeah, but you know she wants it. Indeed, from common sense, Miss Marin is correct. We are of different social strata, after all. Then again, is anyone here to watch it anyways, right? Why can't you just drink with your maid? Nobody is here watching, you don't have any guests. It's fine. But even so, now that I've broken this wall with Aqua, I want to change this norm. Hello, welcome. After all, be it a maid or a noble, we are all people. So we should all be able to sit down and share a good feast together. You've always been looking out for me and Aqua, so I want you to join us for dinner, Miss Marin. I don't care about what you should or shouldn't do. I want to stay honest with my true feelings.
気持ちは嬉しいですけど、どうしましょう、お嬢様。
まあ、今回だけは特例ってことでいいんじゃないかしら。
I mean, again, we're the only ones in this room. No one else is in this room. So like, why can't we decide what we want to do? Screw the other nobles. We are our own nobles. the other nobles don't have to know. Greetings. Hello.
外の人を呼ぶわけではないですし、テオの気持ちもわかりますし。
ラッキー、ただ酒が飲める。こんないいワイン飲むの久しぶりですよ。
She's gonna get drunk. Will you join us as well, Aqua?
私お酒飲めなくて。
Wait, they had drinking laws? I'm guessing that you won't be making a beginner's guide to Solentatsuki? Actually, I already did one. No, it wasn't last year. Was it last year? No, I made one 2 years ago, so I don't need to. In fact, I even made the video like appear whenever someone goes to my channel now, so I can maybe spread people into going to Doki's channel, because I decided to change the links, and instead the description, if you click on the link, it doesn't go to Selen's channel, it goes to Doki's channel now. Because, you know, we may as well support Doki a bit more. So yeah. You know why I said that? Oh, trust me, I know why I said that. I've been keeping up with everything. I mean, I had to. Like, Selene is one of my favorite Nishisanji members, so I had to stay on top of things. Fully supporting Doki. How about grape juice then? You have some, right?
はい。じゃあ、その、
Aqua ever had a drinking stream? I don't know if she even drinks, actually. I think she might drink, but she might be a super lightweight. But yeah, in my previous stream of Valkyrie Chronicles, I talk about my thoughts on the whole situation with Selene. I'm not gonna say it all here because I feel like at this point we gotta move on. We gotta move on. She wants everyone to move on as well. Things are going well for her now, and the future looks bright. So let's focus on that. Ismail and Aqua get their drinks, and sister makes a toast.
ではテオとアクアさんの新しい関係を祝して乾杯。
乾杯。乾杯。
Doki hasn't been terminated, she's independent. Ismarin raises her glass heartily, and Aqua raises her slowly. She's independent, so she won't be getting terminated by anyone now. It's normally unthinkable for maids and nobles to sit around the same dinner table. Even so, it all feels so natural to me, because despite our different social strata, they are all still important people with whom we should share our joys together. I sip my wine, hoping that one day we'll all be able to laugh together like this, regardless of who or where we come from. In fact, there are some people that used to sponsor Nishisanji that broke their sponsorships with Nishisanji to now sponsor Doki instead. Okay, it's gonna take some time to get used to the fact that she's now Doki, not Selene. I was so used to referring to her as Selene. But yeah, everything is great for her now. I mean, obviously, mentally she still is recovering. Obviously, this is not the kind of thing that you recover quickly, but still, things seem to go in the right direction, which is good. And it's Doki, so technically, did she get terminated? Doki get terminated? Well, it's not quite. I already accepted Doki. Yeah, it's just a matter of terminology. Like, I remember, I can do it with Kayson now, right? But I remember when Coco graduated, it took me like a few months to finally, you know, put it in my head that she's now Kayson and not Kiryu Coco. But now I can do it, right? Now it's pretty much ingrained that she's Kayson, so I now default to calling Kayson instead of Coco. Mostly because I kind of never watched the anime. Really? Damn. The apex predator of the Nishisanji, really? Interesting. But I really enjoyed watching Selene. She was one of the Vtubers from Nishisanji that I watched actual streams the most. Usually I follow most Vtubers through clips because, I mean, otherwise I couldn't. You know, there's too many of them. There's far too many of them. I couldn't keep up with everyone. But Selene was probably one of those that I've watched the most actual streams from. I've watched her entire getting to master ranks alone. Her solo to masters series. Watched the entirety of it. So great. Fortunately, people have archived her streams, even though all of her streams were privated. The streams have been archived by other people, so it's all good on that aspect. Sanji can't win against the internet. They just can't. So when she used to be Selene when she was with Nishisanji, yes, very much so. And this is not a taboo to talk about because Doki has asked everyone to tell where she is now. So we have her consent. Usually the reason why something of talking about past lives would be taboo is because we don't want to cause trouble or invade the privacy of the talent in question, but if they themselves are fine with it, then there's no taboo. And in this case, there's no taboo. And to be fair, most VTubers that graduate or get terminated, there is no taboo associated with them because they usually want people to know. The only reason why they wouldn't be able to talk about it is because they usually still are under NDA. They can't talk about like, hey guys, I was this person. It's the reason why Sayu refers to Zion as a different person when it's her, and everyone knows it's her, and she knows it's her, but she calls Zion as her friend, because if she says that she's Zion, she could get in trouble with Nishisanji. Selene was ironically my gateway to Nishisanji. I remember that Nishisanji EN specifically was a separate thing to me, because I already watched Susuhara Lulu and a bit of Tsukinomito before Nishisanji EN. But with Nishisanji EN, my gateway was Finana. It was Finana's debut, and Pomo as well. But I only really started getting into Nishisanji EN more once Obsidia came out and I started watching Selene and Rosemi. And then it got solidified with Enna. But Selene, I remember, first time I watched Selene, I was like, damn, she's got such a good vibe, you know? She's got such a good vibe. Her playstyle in Apex was always kind of meh for me. I was convinced about that in Apex Tournament. Blame her for Team Snakebite from poorly. I mean, she hasn't been an Apex Predator for a long time. She made it to Apex Predator more recently. Well, I say recently, last year, I suppose. So it's a matter of her maybe being a bit rusty. That and the fact that she was nervous. I think she said so herself, that she was a bit nervous, and that affected her performance. But yeah, Doki's new mascot name is Ballsy. You could see it as Ballsy, yes, but I think it's completely fine. She's not going to get in trouble for it, because again, Nishisanji does not own the name Dragoon. Dragoon is a historical term. Outside of history, it is also like used by many types of fantasy. Fire Emblem uses the name Dragoon for like Michaelis, is that name? I forgot his name. Michaelis from the Arcanea games. He has his Dragoon squads which ride on wyverns. Then Final Fantasy has the name of the class Dragoon as well. After that, let me see. Not Fire Emblem. Nobunaga's Ambition also calls the Date clan's mounted gunners as Dragoons. And again, historically, Dragoon is a term. It kinda evolved throughout history. It's not always the same thing. The name Dragoon came from a weapon, a certain type of pistol that was called Dragon, right? Because when you fire, it was like a dragon, like spewing fire, because you could see the fire from the gun when it fired. So the people that used that gun were called the Dragoons because of that pistol, right? Now eventually the term evolved and it became like mounted infantry. Basically, this means it's infantry that mobilizes themselves on horseback, and when they get to the place to fight, they dismount to fight on foot. That's what the Dragoon is. In the context of maybe samurai history, I haven't confirmed this, but even outside samurai history, some Dragoon eventually evolved to like light cavalry equipped with guns in general. And now these days, in modern days, there are still Dragoon corps, but the name Dragoon is more ceremonial because, you know, cavalry was replaced by tanks. Feel so sad since Sokinosora left Whole Life. What you talking about? Nobody left Whole Life. What the hell? Oh no! Please don't spread misinformation. She's still in Whole Life. That would be a big thing if she were to leave. Everyone would know about it. It's not about being nervous. It's about having selfish playstyle. Even Aqua doesn't have that playstyle, even if she's considered a solo player. She just needs to get more used to doing things as a group again. But she herself admitted that she wasn't at her best. Manuel Loy was also terminated after accidentally reviewing a face review. That's not true. Manuel Loy was not terminated for that. Manuel Loy wasn't even terminated. Manuel Loy graduated from Hololive. She chose to graduate. Where did you get all this info? All this info is wrong. Manuel Loy, she had this issue where there was a test stream that she did in private, right? And that test stream revealed her model early, her VTuber model early. As a result, Manueloe was suspended for 2 weeks. During that suspension of 2 weeks, people started harassing Manueloe. They found her phone number. They were calling like her family, her house, just giving a lot of hate because of things that happened before she joined Hololive as well. There were already a lot of people that didn't like her, and they considered Manueloe an idol-like because she was too horny and things like that, which is like, what the hell? So eventually Manueloe decided to graduate during the time she was supposed to return because she couldn't take it anymore. So she graduated, and I remember that was probably one of the first major dramas that happened. One of the first major dramas that happened in Hololive. I mean, there were some before that, but they were not at that level. She was terminated on August 31. Nah, but she wasn't though. She wasn't terminated. Where are you getting that information? I was there. I was already a VTuber fan at that time. I was there. I remember that day as if it was yesterday. Everyone was waiting for her to return from her suspension. People made even a website with positive messages for her. But then, on the time she was supposed to return, Cover brings an announcement that she chose to graduate because she couldn't mentally or physically take it anymore. So no, like, where are you getting this? Where are you getting this information? That information is not correct. The source of that information cannot be right. Because I remember, I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. The only Hololive members that have been terminated was Hitomi Chris, was Uru Harushia, and Yozora Mel. Those are the only VTubers from Hololive that have been terminated. The only ones. Hitomi Chris had that whole, weird drama, which is complicated. We all know about Russia, so it's kind of pointless to talk about it anymore. And Yozora Mel, she broke NDA, and she admits to that. But fortunately, it was a peaceful termination. Other than that, people that have graduated from Hololive, it was Manueloe. She was probably the first Hololive member to graduate. Then it was Kiryu Koko. And then it was Sana, Tsukumo Sana. Or was it the opposite? No. First was Koko, then Sana, yes. Sana was a year later. And on Holostars, there have been more members that have graduated. There's this guy from the first generation of Holostars, I forgot his name. I think it starts with Su something. But he graduated. I wasn't a fan yet at that point, so I don't know about him. Kaoru also graduated. I remember Kaoru's famous Beyblade ASMR, that was nice. And Kagami Kira, he was cool. I like Kira. By the way, do we have any information on what Mel is doing right now? I remember that Mel, when she did her statement after she got terminated, she said that she was going to take a break before returning to her channel. She said she was going to come back to her content, but she was first going to take a break. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's 100% a good thing. Like, that's what Russia should have done, for example. It's good. Because again, keep in mind that Mel broke NDA because she vented to someone. And because she wasn't in a good mental state. So taking a break from the internet, I feel like, is the best thing she can do to her own mental health. But she'll come back, and she's probably going to do fine, because she has her other channel that she has outside of Hololive. It's like 400k subscribers. It's big. It's really big. She's gonna do fine. She already collabed like beforehand with Kason and Henia and Pikami and all that. So like, she's fine. She's got the connections. She had a peaceful termination. Nobody hates her. So she didn't burn any bridges or anything. So she's completely fine. Oh yeah, I forgot about Magni and Vesper. I completely forgot. Don't trust anything you read instantly. After doing my own research, I see that I rather this information is wrong. You're right. Oh shoot, here's some money as my bad. You don't need to give me money though. It's fine, it's fine. Thank you though. I appreciate it. But you don't need to give me money. It's fine. Don't go bankrupt for me, as I always say. But yeah. Overall, Hololive production has a more peaceful history of termination in general. I know some people like to say that Kiryu Koko was terminated. That is completely bullshit. She was not terminated. She graduated. She chose to graduate, and she did it in peaceful terms. I say this because there's still a subsection of the community that really believes in this conspiracy theory that Koko was made and forced to graduate, and that Hololive wanted her gone, and that she can't talk about it. Like, no, that's bullshit. Koko chose to graduate because she had creative differences. That was during a time where she was still getting lots of harassment by certain fans, and as a result, Cover was still... I think Cover wasn't really used to getting so much attention on them, so they started restricting all their talents a lot. And if you know Kason, like, if you know Kason, you know she likes being free. She doesn't like being restricted. It's only natural that she would choose to, quit and do her own thing. Like, if you look at her, what she does, like, today, and you look at her activities in Hololive before, you can definitely tell that it's very different, right? It's very, very different. A lot of the things that she does today, she wouldn't be able to do in Hololive, right? And that's why she chose to graduate. It's because of that, She herself told everyone, guys, it was my choice, nobody made me do this. She even said this herself. Besides, if she had any problems with the company, do you think she would interview the CEO? Like, she literally, not only did she do a bunch of collabs before going away, and just saying very good things about everyone, she literally did an interview to Iago. She interviewed Iago herself, and it was a very nice, wholesome interview. It was very nice. Like, if she was forced to graduate, do you think she would want to interview Iago? Do you think Iago would want to be interviewed by her as well? Like, they both wanted it. Iago wanted her to stay. I think Coco even said that Iago asked her to reconsider and stay in Hololive. So, like, no. But again, there's some people that have gotten in their heads that Hololive is super evil and they made Coco graduate. But they don't know any of the facts because I don't know, maybe they weren't there, I don't know. I feel like anyone that was there but at the time in the community would know that it was her choice. She made everyone, she told everyone it was her choice. And yet these people would rather trust their own conspiracy theories than to trust the words of the person in question, which is Coco. Something like that happened to Russia as well, by the way, where people believed that Russia was terminated because of the boyfriend allegations rather than the NDA breaking. But again, I feel like the people that do that already have a bone to pick with Hololive, because there's something that I've noticed a lot as of late, is that there's a part of the VTubing community that really dislikes corpos, just in general. And I don't mean one corpo in particular. I mean that there are people that just dislike all corpos, and they just say corpos are bad, indie is where it's at and all that. And I feel like those are people that already have a bone to pick up with corpos in the first place. So they usually aren't fair when they're looking at this. Whenever something happens, they immediately assume it's the corpo's fault. Which I feel like it's not... I don't think that's a very fair way to look at the problem, because it disregards the facts. And it's usually very general things as well, like, they're bad because, they're a company and they do this thing. But yeah. Note to self, don't trust Reddit. If that was from Reddit, then I can see how the information would be wrong. Because again, I mean, it's not that Reddit is usually wrong, it's just that, anyone can post on Reddit. And I feel like some people that have a bone to pick would go there. Bye-bye, good night. I mean, that's not to say that it's just a Reddit thing, just an internet thing in general. Reddit does not have a monopoly on misinformation. But yeah, again, I'm always very skeptical whenever it comes to like stuff like this, because a lot of people have like a bone to pick with corpos in general. Even though it's usually like very general accusations. Like I've seen recently say, someone shitting on people that like Hololive because Hololive is the same as Nishisanji. They just hide it well. Like, yeah, but do you have proof of that? Like, what has Hololive done that would make them as bad as Nishisanji? Because they haven't. Like, people are what they do, not what they could do. Does Hololive have the potential to be as damaging as Nishisanji? They do. Do they actually do it? They don't. So no, Hololive is not as bad as Nishisanji because they don't do what Nishisanji is doing. What the hell? Like, actions are what matter. Actions are what defines people, not what they have the capacity for. But again, if you ask them to, if you ask them, to specify what it is, they either go and pick up these situations of like the Coco's graduation, and they say, see, this is proof that they're bad because they forced her to graduate, which is like already wrong in the first place, or they don't specify any situation in particular, and they just say generally, no, they're actually bad. You're just a fool for not trusting me. Like, come on, that's not how arguments are done. I swear, it's so. If there's one thing that university has really, really opened my eyes to, is that, man, sources are really very important. Sources are really important. And I've now come to a point where I tend to look at things that are not sourced very skeptically. Anyways, that's end of my tangent. 20 minutes have passed. Yeah, exactly. I gotta continue. After about 10 or so minutes, actually it's 20 minutes, Tail. Since the party began.
Hey, yo papa, yo papa.
Yo papa, yo papa. What is that?
Hey, みんな飲んでるかな?
There we go. That's a happy Fubuki right there. Sister's completely drunk. Yep, we can see that.
お嬢様、そろそろお酒はおやめになった方が。こちらのブドウジュースはいかがですか？
やだ、吹雪もっと飲む。
Grape juice is good though. He's like a child. Seeing sister act so differently, even Miss Marin is frozen in utter disbelief.
ねえテオ、お嬢様って酔っ払うといつもこうなの
？She's not usually like this. She must have had a lot of stress built up. I mean, I guess being in her position in a noble family would be stressful. I was shocked when Fubuki made their first drinking stream. Oh, when was that?
こら、そこ目の前でイチャイチャするな。節度をわきまえなさい。
イチャイチャなんてしてません。お嬢様が酔ってるのはストレスが溜まってるせいなのかなって思って。
違います。ストレスじゃありません。
It was a year ago.
まったくもう。二人は私の気持ち。
Some of my favorites.
全然分かってくれないんですから。
Some of my favorite drinking streams are like the Among Us drinking streams, where everyone is drinking while playing Among Us. Those are some of the best. We've got some of our best Korone moments from those streams. Actually, I think that was also the stream where we got the Marin Rage with Lami and Noel. So good. Saying that, sister gulps down the rest of her wine.
二人のことはずっと悩んでたんですよ。将来を考えれば、二人を止めた方がいいんじゃないかとか。でも、テオとアクアさんを再会させたのは私ですし。
By the way, speaking about
止めるのも筋違いじゃないかな。
just to finish like the whole misinformation of like drama that tends to happen. I remember there's this one video that I watched. It was Nuxtaco explaining VTuber drama to Moist Critical. And I watched the full video. And I swear, again, nothing against Nuxtaco, but man, every single information about every single drama that he told Charlie was completely inaccurate and wrong. Like, what the hell? How can you fail at, like, the information of every single drama that you told him about? Like, what the hell? Every single one of the drama he told Charlie was wrong. All the information. Be it indies or corpos, especially if it was the JP side of corpo. But just in general. I feel like I feel like that video ends up spreading a lot of misinformation to a lot of VTuber fans that see what he's saying as a fact. Even though it's wrong, and if you really go look for it, you can see that it is wrong. Like, people have the receipts, you can see that. Hell, I could even provide some of them if you want to, because some of those dramas I know very well.
とにかくいろいろ考えすぎて胃に穴が開きそうだったんですからね。
Not a big fan with drinking streams, but Lamis or Marins is entertaining at least. Yeah. They have that charisma, right? That even though they're drunk, they still have that, you know, charisma that makes them feel like themselves, right? I mean, I guess most of them are like that. It's just that, well, drinking suits certain members more than others. Like Aki Rosenthal, for example. It suits her as well. Like, she does it a lot. She's fallen asleep while drinking on stream. But yeah. Sorry for causing you so much worry.
本当ですよ。今までずっとテオはどこか他の貴族の娘とお付き合いするんだろうなとかばっかり思ってたんですから。
Okay, Sulking Fubuki is really cute. If you want to legit good information about VTubers drama, you have to go into the best drama channel in the press Nosaki. Yeah, pretty much. Like, I feel like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Generally, he does a very good job when it comes to drama. True. That's actually true. Yeah. Because I remember Nextaku was talking about... Actually, Nextaku talked about the Press Nosagi's tier list of drama, right? Where he... Because, you know, the Press Nosagi's drama tier list talks about the Nextaku versus Bishoujo drama, right? And Nextaku himself was like, yeah, I didn't watch the stream, but people like to call it an S-tier drama, and I don't understand why. And it's like, well, if you've watched the goddamn stream, you'd know that the Press Nosagi explained that S-tier dramas are dramas that are impactful in the sense that they are industry impactful. Like, it breaks relations and things like that. You know, Bishoujo and Nextaku have never been the same ever since that drama. That's why it qualifies as an S-tier drama, because it broke friendships and all that. Basically, the higher the drama is in the tier list, the more damaging and impactful it was. Right? Like, the Coco's Taiwan incident was there in S-tier. Russia's termination was there in S-tier, right? Obviously, the Nextaku Bishoujo, but again, I feel like Nextaku doesn't actually research when it comes to talking about drama. And again, I have nothing personal against him. I mean, I barely know the guy, so I can't really comment on him. I can only comment on what I saw in that one video. Which is like... And now Charlie has the wrong idea of a lot of what happens in the community. Right? Because of all that misinformation. Which in itself is misinformation that gets past their audiences. Like, if you go to that video, you'll see the comment section all calling out the inaccuracy. Like, it's all over the place. At least the last time I watched it. Though it's probably still there, because Nextaku does not... I mean, as far as I'm aware, he does not, like, delete comments or anything. So, it should all be still there.
でも、テオはアクア
But yeah,
さんを選んだん
the
で
Press
すよ
Nosagi
ね。
is a drama channel, isn't he?
本当にアクアさんでいいんですよね。
I know he's in denial, right? I know the Press Nosagi is in denial about it, but he is a drama channel, let's be honest. Like, no hate towards him. I like watching his videos a lot. It's really nice, but like, he is a drama channel. He pretty much is a drama channel. Like, every time a drama happens, everyone goes to his channel for him to make it. Like, you know, the Press Nosagi is going to make a video talking about the whole thing about Selen and Nishisanji. He's going to do it. He's going. Just wait for it. Just wait for a few months. He's going to do it. But yeah. He is a drama channel, true. Yes, Aqua is the right one for me. I'm sorry, sister, but I made up my mind.
テオがこんなにはっきりと自分の意見を言うなんて成長しましたね。
I wanna take this Fubuki home. She's really adorable.
いつも姉さん姉さんって私の後ろをついて歩いていたのに、こんなに立派になって私も嬉しい。
Tears suddenly gush out of Sister's eyes and rain down her cheeks. Panicking, Aqua takes a handkerchief out of her pocket. Usha Drama first information pops up to Presto Gazing made a video about in 2 hours. Yep. Yep, pretty much. Sister nods and takes the handkerchief from Aqua.
ありがとうございます。ああ、すっきりしました。アクアさんは優しいですね。
I'm pretty sure 1 hour was wasted in rendering and uploading the video on YouTube.
ふつつかな弟ですが、テオのこと。
Damn, I wish I could make videos that
よろしくお願いしま
fast.
すね。
It would really help my productivity if I could.
こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
Because I really feel like right now what my channel really needs is more stuff. Like, I just need to make more videos.
これからは私のことをお姉様と呼んでもいいですからね。
いやいやいや、それはさすがに早いですよ。
いいじゃないですか。めでたい席なんですし、一回くらい。
Not with your schedule though, yeah. It's very difficult
じゃあ
because uni keeps me really
一回だ
busy.
け
Because even when I get home from uni, I still have like other things to do, like preparing for projects from uni, you know, maybe doing some work here and there, studying here and there. And I don't study as much as I maybe should. Because somehow things just work, even if I don't study. Somehow. You know? I mean, I study, just not that much. It just works out for some reason, you know, I absorb the information really well. And I study mostly through public transportation though. Because while I'm in public transportation, which takes me like 2 hours just to travel to uni, because goddamn transportation is so inefficient. That's where I do most of the readings that I have to do from the books that we are meant to read. But yeah. And, you know, on top of all that, I still want, like, my own time for, you know, to rest and maybe play some games, because otherwise I'm gonna go crazy. Sometimes I don't even have the time for that. Sometimes. But I try to make time. That's why Mondays have been great, because Mondays are like the day where I can actually do proper work for my channel. So hopefully tomorrow, I'm gonna stream tomorrow as well. Obviously the Monday streams are meant to be short, and hopefully I can make good progress in the Kyla guide. Because I want that Kyla guide to be out next. You know? I know that I do it bit by bit. I'll get to the end. I want to do more videos. I have so many goddamn video ideas that I want to do. In fact, I have video ideas that I've even abandoned because better ideas came up, right? Hell, I have half-finished videos that I decided, you know what? I don't want to upload this video anymore. You have to include Bibo in that guide. I will. There are some differences that I need to do because, again, I made that the beginner. I wrote the script, you know, at the same time as the Tenma script. So it's outdated in some fronts. It's outdated in the sense that I haven't talked about Bibo, and I feel like their relationship is really wholesome. And number two, she has completed a netherite beacon project, which is something that at the time of the making of the script, she hadn't finished it, and I mentioned that. So now she's finished that.
アクアさんかわいい。アクアさんはもう私の妹ですからね。
Aqua really is cute. Hi. Hi hi. Aqua-chan, 本当かわいい。本当にかわいい。Best streaming duo, only Fuamoku is better, but they have years of working. Yeah. It's really nice. Their relationship is wholesome. I really like it. Like, even though Kyla is like very silent and not as expressive, you can tell Kyla is really happy. You can really tell that Kyla is really, really happy. It's really wholesome to see. Saying that with joy, Sister gives Aqua a firm, warm hug.
苦しい。助け。
Kawaii. This isn't good. I have to help her.
ちょっと待った
Just as I'm about to do something, Marin's loud objection stops me in my tracks. Let me guess, Marin is gonna ask, hug me too, please.
いくらお嬢様でもアクターは渡せませんよアクターは私の子供なんですから
Alright,
いやい
never
やマ
mind.
リンから生まれた記憶なんてこれっぽっちも
I don't remember you giving birth to me. Usually it's the opposite. Usually it's the person, it's someone calling someone else mommy and them saying, I don't remember giving birth to you. You can place them as a big sister and young sister or mother and daughter plot. I can see the big sister young sister one. The mother daughter I can't. While they fight over senseless things, Sister tightens her grip on Aqua.
苦しい手を助け
Ah! Aqua's eyes are rolling into the back of her head! Aqua, stay with us! Aqua! She'll respond, it's fine. After dozens more minutes of listening to Sister.
頭がガンガンします。それに眠くて。
Hangover. I mean, that's what I assume a hangover is. I've never had a hangover because I don't drink alcohol. Seeing Sister's big yawn, Miss Marin shrugs her shoulders.
だから飲みすぎだって言ったじゃないですかまあ仕方ないですね
Actually, I've drunk alcohol once in my life. I was a kid. I tried some beer. I hated it. Never again have I drunk alcohol. Never again.
ほら部屋まで連れて行きますから立ち上がってください
はい、ちょっと。
Sister staggers as she stands up, and Miss Marin supports her.
じゃあ私はお嬢様を部屋に連れて行きますご主人様はどうしますか
I'll return to my room as well. It's gotten rather late.
了解ですアクタン片付けお願いできる
Never tried it ever.
任せて
I was just curious once. I mean, I was really little actually. I took one sip and I hated it. And I never felt the need to drink, even like in social situations where people say, hey, don't you want to drink? I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm fine. I don't think I don't need to try it. I think my life is fine without it, so I just don't feel the point. I like fruit juice far more. I really like fruit juice. Also, wait, I didn't read that. Wait, no. I went... The log... Where's the log? Wait, how do I do the log? No, that's not how you do the log. Aha! I don't want to let Aqua do all the cleaning herself, but I'm sure she'd just refuse it if I offered my help. That's how much pride she takes in her work as a maid. I should let her do her thing, so... Well, I'll be in my room, so I guess I'll see you later. As I say that, I give Aqua a smile. She then gives me a small but distinct nod in return. I return to my room and wait for Aqua while reading a book. None of what I read sticks with me, though. That's because all that's on my mind is Aqua, and I want to see her as soon as possible. Then, alright, you really are smitten, huh? Even though I never had a problem being alone by myself not too long ago. I guess that just shows how much things have changed over the past few months. Now that I've reunited with Aqua and rekindled our bond, I can't imagine my life without her. As I ponder over what to say to her, a sudden knock at the door interrupts me.
レオ起きてる
Hi. Okimasu. Hi. Okimasu. Before answering, I move towards the door. I grow hating alcohol because I saw how people I know become animals in discussing people. I don't ever want to become like that, but mostly now I don't because I don't want to lose my head. I can relate a lot with the second half. Definitely. I feel like I like being sober, right? I like being sober. That's why I have no need to like drink alcohol as well. It's just nice being able to properly have control of myself. As for the whole people around me, the people around me are pretty controlled. My friends, I think all my friends except one drinks, right? But they all control themselves. They don't go overboard. So they... Actually, I don't think I've seen them drunk. I don't think so, no. So I'm generally fine with anyone that drinks, as long as they control themselves. And don't, get drunk or go overboard like that, right? Before answering, I move towards the door, and in one motion, I swing it wide open.
びっくりした。急に開いたからお茶こぼしちゃうところだったよ。
Startled, Aqua jumps a bit, and her eyes widen. She's holding a tray with a tea set. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I was just excited to see that my body just moved on its own. That's great. My surroundings mostly become annoying and aggressive after they drank. Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. I wouldn't like an environment like that, for sure. So I can definitely understand. I mean, that's part... Well, that's not exactly it, but that's part of the reason why that's part of the reason why I really dislike, like, tobacco and cigarettes and smoking. It's because of having grown up, my grandparents used to be heavy smokers. And it was always terrible. I couldn't stand the smell. It was terrible. Right? I remember I would, like, draw. I would draw, like, smoking forbidden signs and put them all over the house all the time. And they would put it in the trash because they hated that. But I would keep doing it. Eventually they had to stop smoking because they were actually getting really... Their health was really deteriorating because of it. And the doctor really told them, like, you guys will die if you keep this up. So they tried stopping. It was a bit difficult at first, but eventually they managed to stop smoking, which was great. And now there's no one in the family, in my proximate family, that smokes, which is great. Nobody does. None of my friends smoke. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I have a good friend of mine from uni that does smoke. But she vapes, and at least I can stand it because I don't feel any smoke. So I don't know what kind of black magic that does, but I really don't feel the smell, so I can actually exist in the proximity of it. That said, she's trying to stop as well. Like we're saying here, what is on the sober mind is on the tongue of the drunk. Yeah, I think there is a saying like that in English too. Like, it's not really a saying, but like people are more honest when they're drunk or something. I don't know if there's a saying, but I think there's something like that in English. I hope family's still smoking, but they don't do it in my house because they know how I hate it. Yeah, if I wouldn't want anyone smoking in my house either. In fact, nobody can smoke in this house that I'm at right now. But that's definitely something because it's just, the smoke gets everywhere. Even if the person stops, it's still like they still smell like terrible, and their surroundings, depending on what they are smoking, can also smell terrible and stay like that for like a few hours. It's so bad. It's really, really bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I was just so excited to see you that my body just moved on its own. That said, I always respect anyone that tries to quit. Because I feel like it's a very hard thing to do. And it shows that they want to better themselves. That's true, but... Wait, am I the only one who's this excited? The moment I say that, Aqua pouts.
そんなわけないじゃん。私だって食堂の片付けしながら
Respect that too.
早くテオに会いたいなって思ってたし。
Like, I was really happy when Raden said that she had stopped smoking for 2 months. That she was really trying to stop. I felt like, yes, let's go, Raden. Health, let's go. I already liked her because of her content, but I started liking her even more after that.
きっといっぱいおしゃべりするだろうなって楽しみだったから、 紅茶だって用意してきたんだよ。それに部屋に来るのだってすっごく緊張したんだからね。
But I'm so happy with Radnan. Just in general, like, she has such a unique niche in Hololive. And, like, her content isn't like any content we've seen in, as far as I'm aware, in the VTubing industry, right? It's so nice. I mean, maybe there might be someone else who does like art streams too, but I don't know. But her art streams are so nice, and like her channel is very educative. It's really nice. She's doing like collabs with museums and stuff. That's so cool. It really makes me very like hopeful for her future, because she's already doing this. Now, only a few months in Hololive, imagine what she's gonna do if she stays in Hololive for like a long time. She's doing collabs with Nara's museum and the Imperial Household of something that I forgot what the name it is. Gosh, it's so cool. Why? You've come to my room many times, right?
今まではメイドだったからお仕事で来てただけだし、でも今は恋人だから気持ちが全然違うっていうか。
Aqua looks down and grips her clothes tightly. Like a little fluffy animal, her sweet and innocent appearance sets my heart aflutter, and now I find myself spontaneously embracing her. Surprise hug! Aqua!
手を急にどうしたの？
Honto kawaii! It's your fault, Aqua. You're just so cute that I can't control myself.
意味わかんないから。
はい、Aquaは超可愛い。
恥ずかしいから。
Don't worry, Miss Marin and sister are in their rooms. No one will see us.
違う、そうじゃなくて。お酒とか片付けてたから服に匂いがついちゃってるの。あんまりくっついてほしくない。
Set sail time, let's go! I take a deep breath over Aqua's head. I don't smell anything strange.
嗅がないで。女の子の匂いを嗅ぐとか変態すぎ。
Yeah, says the girl that was literally smelling our clothes, you know, in secret. I don't think you can. I don't think you have a right to say that, Aqua. I'm pretty sure you were sniffing my... You took my pajamas, which I took off in the morning, and sniffed them all over in the common room. Yeah, she was enjoying the sweaty smell.
わあわあ、忘れてっていうか、なんでそんなこと覚えてるの？
Knowing Aqua, of course, no, yeah, she's not gonna do it. She's a pure innocent say-so idol. About sniffing clothes. Did you watch the last hologram? I haven't watched it yet, no. I have to watch it. Actually, I haven't watched hologram in a while. I need to catch up. How could I forget? I was so surprised I had to do a double take.
ああ、もうとにかく忘れて。
I mean, that said, Aqua, if we are a couple, you can sniff them as much as you want.
ああ、もう最悪。なんでそんな恥ずかしいこと言うの？
Aqua repeatedly hits my chest. But I can feel that she's being careful not to hurt me, making my heart flutter more. Okay, I'll do my best to forget it. Just forgive me for today.